promised my missus that I would drop her other car down to her workers when they got to this house at West Beach.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So I didn't want to fuck my missus over because she needed me to do, and I was like, so I went to the doctor and he goes, you need to get to the hospital. I rang the missus, I go, I'll come and fucking drop the car off, then we'll do lunch. And then so I went home for another fucking hour and a half or something.
Yeah.
And then I literally we're at lunch and I was like, I can't eat anything. She goes, what did the doctor say? I go, I don't want to go to the hospital. and she's like, well, go to the fucking hospital.
Nah, it's overrated, eh? But like, that's sort of what we do, but... that's fucking...
Man, my job was to... I had responsibilities.
I think about that shit, it's like... I always used to give up the car, if you know what I mean. It's why I like having this place where it is. So the reason why we're close to home is because if anything ever happens, I can always run home, ride home, walk home, something like that, and I don't need to drive too far. If Beck ever needs a car, if she needs to pick it, same thing with Cubs school being so close. If I ever need to get there, if anything needs to happen, shit like that, because I just fucking don't trust any other car. I much prefer that Beck have the car to be able to do whatever the fuck she needs to do than for me to have to walk home. Even now, so now she's obviously down at your gym. She's got Angie, and then she's got to come back here. She's got a photo shoot with Kenneth for an next fight and stuff like that. So,
she said that,
But I was meant to be training with Johnny Weecher. I had that PT, and I was going to do some sparring with Johnny Weecher.
Oh, no shit.
And then he couldn't make it, then we were meant to be at 11, and then I've got at 2 o'clock. So I was just going to stay here and do whatever. And then now I was like, oh fuck, I've jogged here. I need to get another run in later. How's this? I've got to make weight for this fucking thing.
Yeah, under 75 or something,
Which isn't hard until you jump on the scale, and I was like 75. And I'm like, fucking hell, how the fuck am I that?
I've actually got to be watching myself for the next few days.
It's
because you haven't been running though, right?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know why. I mean, I put on a couple of kilos in the last 2 weeks, and I don't know why. I think maybe because of fucking...
Menopause?
Menopause. Yeah, maybe it's just because I just got back into shit, and I think I might be eating a little bit more and stuff, trying to fucking counteract my tiredness. But, now I'll turn this one on, and then I'll do this one.
Dink.
G'day guys, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of the Ringlovers podcast. My name's Matt. I'm from Full Tilt. Here with Pinky from Team Pinky Muay Thai. Or Muay Thai. Don't you love listening to Americans say Muay Thai?
Oh, bro. Or Tom Ferrito.
Muay Thai. I'd love a Muay Thai, a drink. But yes, how you doing, mate?
Good.
We're just talking about our fucking own health issues and whatnot. But we're both alive and well and breathing in here. I'm fat, and you have a heart problem. I'm fat and stressed, and you're thin and stressed.
I'm fat. Almost 100 kilos.
Are you?
Yeah.
Because you're getting down for a while there. Are you going to the fucking gym and shit?
I just got bigger.
Yeah.
Just got bigger. I haven't really got under, I think 90.
Traps now.
92 was the largest I've been in the last couple of years.
Right. Wonderful.
Yeah.
I always find it funny when people first come to the gym and they first express interest in you fighting, in them fighting, and then you tell them that the weight that they're most likely going to need to be, and now they're like, oh man, I can't get down to that, it's never going to happen. I had that with Pat. Pat was big like that. I'm like, bro, if you're going to fight like this, is when I reckon I met him and he was probably low 90s, high 80s. Yeah. And I was like, but if you're going to fight, it sort of can't be anything over fucking 72. Like, I know you're a biggish sort of frame, but 72, 75 is like the most. And he goes, man, I can't do that. I'll be a popsicle with a head. And I'm like, and then it's funny because now when I go back and look at the photos, it's exactly what he is. But he was so much fit. Like, dude had fucking washboard abs and shit like that. Like, he was fit. But, you know, like, it's funny how, like, he never thought that he was ever going to get down below that weight, below fucking 78 kilos or whatever. I was the same, man. When I first started and I was a big fatty matty, I was like, man, if I could get to 82, I'll be happy, yo. I'll be fucking well right at 82. If I was fucking 82 now, I'm close to fucking, calling up, fucking getting in the car one.
Like me at 82.
It would be slick. What'd you fight at?
70 to 74 most of my fights.
Yep.
I did fight as high as like 79 and shit, but I shouldn't have.
Fucking sex appeal, man. Just 70 kilos of fucking...
I was ripped as fuck, but I looked like a crackhead.
Yeah, okay, right.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now we are just back off our sparring day we had on the weekend. Another good event. We had the MTA officials come down. MTA, I got that right, didn't I?
Yep.
Like, I'm so nervous about getting all these things like LGBT, whatever, fucking. That was good. So thank you to those guys who came down. What do you think about that sort of stuff? They're coming down to help with their reffing and stuff like that. More so, like they're reffing and they're judging and getting a good fucking vibe. Do you think that it was fucking, like, obviously us as coaches, do you reckon the decisions, so to speak, were on par? Because as much as we're doing the right thing and we're not, like, it's not a crash and bash fest.
I think what we've used particular officials for all of ours for the last heap.
Yeah.
And before we even had to.
Yeah,
before it was even a thing, we've been doing it. And I think they understand the interclub thing a bit better.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan of, like, you know, wins and losses in an interclub, whatever.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think losses are important in interclub more than their wins. Because people need to learn that.
Yeah, that's right.
And even, like, the one that, I wouldn't say pissed me off, but almost like Antoine versus your boy.
Our little boy, yeah.
Yeah. Man, your boy did great.
Yeah.
But man, Antoine, that was the best Antoine has ever done.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't get rewarded for it because they're like, oh, but the other guy did good considering how experienced Antoine is.
It's not the point though.
It's not the point.
It's not the point.
And
I understand what you're trying to do, but isn't that exactly
you're
what
creating
society's
losers.
sort of doing now too?
Bro,
yeah, you know, like,
you're creating Jason.
Didn't we just do? Yeah, fucking wow.
Bro, they're now everyone is so scared to lose now.
Yeah.
Because like they're scared to have actually tried and lost.
Yeah.
That's what it is. They're scared to have tried and lost because they didn't have to try and they still got awarded for it.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest problem we're having now with fighters. It's not the social media thing, it's not this, it's not. The biggest thing is they're too scared to be the best they can be because in case it's not good enough.
Yeah.
Because their average was good enough when they were at school.
Yeah, true. I said it not long ago about that, about having a go at my team. Like, I lost my first 8. I'm like, there's no way that any of you cunts are still going to be here after your first 8.
No,
you know, like, there's 2 losses.
They stop trying so that they continue the slide.
That's right.
So that when they do get a win, it's like, oh yes, like they can celebrate it. But if they get another loss, it's like, oh, that's where Jason's at.
Yeah, okay, right.
Like his amateurs and pros all mixed together. He's like 16 and 16, bro.
Yeah.
But it's like it doesn't have to have been.
No.
Like that last one didn't have to have been.
No, that's right. Yeah.
Like there's only really been one loss where he actually had a perfect fight prep and everything, and that was the May last year Pride where he got injured.
Yeah.
And like all they've got to do is try their best, maybe not be good enough to have won, but done as good as they could have, and feel rewarded for that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But they don't. They're too scared to try their best and not being good enough.
Yeah. That's what you get. Yeah, but as I said, like I think that's it starts off at that.
Yeah.
You know, like of like awarding that one a draw. If you know, like, but it could have had a result.
Yeah.
You know, like it could have had a result. But fucking and you're right. I think the it's almost like you're better off going to an interclub and losing than you are going and winning. If you know, it's like if you're winning, then you know you're already doing the right things at that level.
Yeah.
You know, but if you're going to an interclub and losing an interclub, you're like, oh, okay, now I actually do have to work on things, don't you think? Like, you know, like if you're going and winning every single interclub, go have a fight then.
Yeah, until Bella has a slide where she loses for it, which is why I gave her a 60-something kilo boy. Like I'm trying to make her life hard.
Yeah, that's right.
So I gave her Stefania.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, like I gave her. I'm trying to make her life hard.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make her realise that and I'm sick of everyone going, man, she's so good, eh?
Yeah.
The thing is, this is another thing with having particular officials there. Yeah. No one would have said that to her because they've seen her do it 40 times.
Yeah.
And they would have gone, okay, she hasn't improved. That's where the mind would go.
Yeah.
But people who haven't seen her do it before, it's like, well, she's really good, eh? Well, she's good for 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Nothing's changed. There's total lack of effort.
Yeah.
And what, am I being a hard parent? Fucking oath I am.
But like...
I'm a hard trainer.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Like my thing is like with Moe, he goes, man, I feel like I could have done way better. He goes, I've watched the fight back. I could have done way better than I did. And I'm like, then do better.
Yeah. Do better.
Yeah, train harder.
Yeah.
Do better next time.
Yeah.
Like, and everyone's like, oh, but man, it was like, you know, he'd had like 6 fights, 7 fights, or something. Like he's experienced. Yeah, but you know, there's so many things I could have done. Then do it better.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Beat yourself up a little bit,
Yeah,
mate.
that's right, man.
I'm
Yeah.
over this whole don't beat yourself up over a loss. Beat yourself up and do something about it.
I think I've said it for fucking ever, man. Self-deprivation, deprecation is the like key to fucking growth.
Self-defecation.
Defecation. Deprecate, you know, like fucking hanging shit on yourself is your best way to grow.
Yeah.
You know, if you can't look at yourself
mean
in the
it.
mirror. Yeah, that's right. And if you can't look at yourself in the mirror and go like, oh, I fucked up. Man, I'm going through it now. Like even now at fucking age 39, I went through it at 28 when I moved here. Like, I fucked up so much shit. Yeah. Like, I fucked up so much. And then I'm like, okay, now I got to fucking refocus and doing shit. It's the same with this, you know, but you need to have the result to know where to fix it, you know, like, or where it is. But, did you have any other standards? I obviously had my standout was, I'll say Nikisha, it was a big thing for her to do it, like, and it was a big thing for Jackie Boy to do it as well. So they both did the fight team shit, and Lee as well. And Rika. They all fucking were the one. Sorry, those 4 were like, you know, they were the 4 that jumped on the fight team thing at the start of the year and have done nothing but keep going. And I was like, cool, I will eventually get you a sparring day. You know, like I reckon they missed the first one that we did, and then it's like we'll chuck you in for this one, and they all did really well. So it was a good day for them. But yeah,
we'll probably do one at my gym starting next month.
Yeah, fuck yeah, boy.
Just working out weekends at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I think for me, the improvements like from Antoine were ridiculous, and that's not my son. That's the maturity of him actually, because he was the only one I cornered for the day.
Yeah.
And the missus asked him, like, who do you want from me? Who do you want? And he's like, Dad. And it is. And the thing is, he knows that he needs someone to be hard on him.
Yeah.
And I was pretty nice to him actually, like shockingly.
Yeah.
But
is it that shocking if he's doing well?
No, that's the thing. Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like it's like we can be hard ass coaches, but like most of the time that we're like when we're on the hard ass side is because you're not doing what we want or expect or that you need to do.
Yeah, it's like you look. I look at my videos. I've put out between the 2 rounds with Moe and being a gentleman because he was doing the things.
Yeah.
And then between the first and second rounds with Andre, I just put that up on YouTube today, and I was nice again.
Yeah.
I was only abusing him at the end when he wasn't listening to me about how to get his shoulder back in. Like, the thing is, if you're doing what I'm asking you to do, then there's no reason you're going to get yelled at.
Yeah.
And that's in the gym as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, do the things you're supposed to do. And if I do yell at you, take it, listen to the words, and get on with it.
Yeah.
Like with Antoine on the weekend, I didn't have to yell at him.
Nah.
There were certain things I pulled him up about.
Yep.
But I didn't have to yell at him. Aside from that, my missus cornered for everyone.
That's right, you did.
Yeah, and did really good.
Yeah.
I watched probably a minute of each fight, like each matchup, if that. Like, no, like a minimum of a minute per guy.
Yeah.
Pranav was quite impressive stylistically. There's a bit of ego there that's going to bite him in the ass when someone tries taking his chin off.
Yeah.
It was like, you know, he'd throw a kick and then he'd fall back with his hands down, sort of thing, like too cash.
Yeah.
It's okay to be cash, but you've got to be able to react as well.
Yeah.
Carly asked who he was. She was impressed with him. She thought he was all right.
Yeah.
But even like, all my guys, my little boot brigade, like Pranav, Manav, Prashant, they're all in a row.
Yeah.
Prashant's only been training real short amount of time. He's a Nepalese boy.
Yeah.
And he started impressing me pretty early, like real committed as well. I really liked his style. It was fun for me.
Yeah.
It was fun for me, you know. Unfortunately, my YouTube live didn't work so good for the adults, but I got nearly all the kids ones in.
That's right.
But yeah, it was good. It was just, I'm not going to say anyone looked like a superstar, but they were doing the things that I expected of them at the level they're at, you know.
We had Kai take on the dude who fought.
I didn't realise that when I heard
until we saw it, and I was like, oh my god!
I heard it on your potty.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, I didn't realise that at the time. Yeah.
It was good for him, mate.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, what does it feel like to be in the second round, mate? Because it didn't get out the first round last time. Bro, it was like, man, it's like when you've got to, I don't know many coaches who really understand what it is like coaching somebody at that age. Like you've had a couple as well, and like how it is like so different dealing with they're a child.
Yeah.
You know, and the point where it's like things hurt them so much more, and some of them don't have a poker face. You know, like, so when they're hurt, like, they might want to keep going, but at the same sense, they look like they're fucking hurt. And then there's, like, as much as we're trainers, we're dads, parents as well. Like, so fucking when I saw Kai in between his rounds with his fight, you know, I'm like, how are you, buddy? He wouldn't give me eye contact and shit, and that was a fight that I waved off. But, like, even just going, like, how you feeling, buddy? You're right? And he's like, it hurts. And I'm like, well, okay, he's hurt, you know, like. But, like, for him to get beaten like he did in that fight where it stopped, and fucking that kid's a tall, good, strong kid.
Yeah.
You know, and then being like, oh, you're sparring him too, and he's like,
hence they got matched because they're around the same weight and stuff as well.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So it's like it's good for them to be able to do that. I don't know how many people. I mean, like us as adults, to be able to walk into the gym and spar the dude who you just fought fucking a couple of weeks before or whatever. I know it's a long time.
A little while, not that long.
But for kids, I don't know whether it affects, like it might affect them differently to an adult. Like an adult, you're just like, oh, we did that thing a little while ago.
Yeah.
And like the kids have that same sort of.
Yeah, I think there's probably a little bit more animosity there, maybe.
Yeah, there's a little bit of fun. Like they're mature enough to know it's a sport.
Yeah.
But like, is there a little bit, or you know, like is there animosity? Like, oh, I've got to get this fucking dude back, or you know, like I always wonder like that with the young dudes rematching and doing the thing again. You know. Because I know Cub was like that when he was younger. Like when he fucking fought when he sparred one of the Budo boys. He's like, bro, I need a rematch, Dad. I want a rematch, which was cool. I'm like, fucking sweet, bit of fire in it.
Blake, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, but so it was a good day. It's always a good day. It always stresses me the fuck out when it's at my gym. You probably feel the same at your gym, or not really?
Do you know what, man?
Man, you've fucking been doing them for that long. So have I.
Yeah, I think it's like. My main thing is people piss me off.
Yeah.
So it's like I know there's going to be piss all over my floor.
Yeah.
I know someone's not going to lift the seat up to piss in the toilet.
Yeah.
I know.
It's all about piss with you.
Yeah, pissing me off. I know that people are going to be. I mean, I always say, like, put your bottles in the bottle bin. I know there's going to be bottles all through the bin. I know I'm going to be going through it to get them out because that's how I roll.
Yeah.
I know there's going to be someone who's got buckles on their shoes and they go crawling across the mats and hack holes in my mat.
Yeah.
Like, no one...
So I suppose that's the shit that
it's ignorance.
Makes me nervous.
Ignorance pisses me off.
Yeah.
The ignorance of people today pisses me off. Yeah.
But, but it was a good day.
Yeah, it was cool.
Thanks again for the MTA crew to come down.
Yeah.
I think that's good that they're doing that. As much as, you know, initially to us it's a fucking pain in the ass because it's like now we've got to liaise with other people.
Yeah.
It's like a little bit of it felt like it's not so like, you know, smoker gym style, you know, but it's good to have them there, but it's also fucking, it was cool, I reckon, the way we were doing it before too.
I think...
It's good that they get the practice.
Having the officials is fine. I just don't want to be going through Tom Ferrudo and... Man, unfortunately, he's got no idea.
Yeah.
Like, okay, be the head official who just tallies the scores and that sort of, like, but unfortunately can't score Muay Thai.
Yeah.
Can't ref Muay Thai. Can't teach because he doesn't actually pull anyone up on anything.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. I think I'll just organise the officials, qualified officials, and get some newbies in to get taught by someone who actually knows what they're doing.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, boy.
Yes, but yeah, it was good. So you've got AGL this weekend?
I do. I've got a
mad prep for it.
Mad.
Started running on Tuesday.
Right. I was gonna say, fucking watch me win. If I win gold, I'm just gonna say, hey, jiu-jitsu doesn't work. No, but I've been doing jit since I started. Like I said, the first class I ever did inside a martial arts gym at Mac 1 was BJJ.
Oh, really?
Yep, first class ever, and then I followed on to MMA, and then I did boxing. It was fucking... Yeah, that was basically what I started in. So Man, it's gonna be fun. I'm looking at. Oh fuck, man!
It's cool. You're doing the family thing.
Well,
though.
I am. You know, like the whole reason is so that we're all competing on the same day because we're never all going to box on the same day. We're never going to do Muay Thai on the same day. We're never going to. So it's just my little man. It was just my little fucking feather in the cap that I want. You know, like I want
bucket list thing.
Man, it's a photo for the fucking for the wall at home.
Have you competed in BKK before?
Yeah. I started my first competition ever.
Your first competition
was
as well?
competition ever was BJJ. My mate, I'll tell you a funny story, right? So I'm on the phone. My mate calls me. He goes, "Yeah, bro, I'm just parking the car. I'll be inside in a sec." I said, "Yeah, I think they've called my name. I'm going to be up in the next sort of 10, 15 minutes." He goes, "Yeah, I'll be in there. No worries." The dude didn't even get time to park the car, get inside before I'd competed and lost. I'd gone in, and it was funny, right? Because like it was such a reverse now. Like this reminds me so much of my first time, except it's the other way around. Like I'm the older guy who's been experienced and I'm taking on these younger dudes. I was the young fucking like I can do this fucking spaz cunt. And then the fucking dude who I fought was probably mid-30s and he was just cool, calm and collected and just fucking ripped a choke on real fucking quick. And I was like, okay, that was it. He choked me out with my own gi. So I was like, not only I get demoralised by an older man with him choking him out with my own clothes.
And then he came.
Yeah, and then I came. And then my mate was like, I seen him at the door. He was getting out his wallet. I'm like, don't pay. And he's like, what? And I'm like, oh, I'm already out. So he didn't get time to park the car and come in and actually see it all. So I've competed about 3 times in BJJ.
Okay.
One in gi, one no gi, 2 no gi. Yeah. Done a couple times, but I've been doing it non-stop since I started. So when I say non-stop,
on and off, periods.
When I first started here, I used to roll around with Stav. Forget his last name. Stavros. Forget his whole fucking last name.
Giannopoulos.
Yeah, there you go. Yep. So Theo's brother. Yeah. Theo's brother.
Yeah.
So I used to roll with him in the shed and stuff like that, and then, So I'm gonna get smoked, but it's gonna be fun. I'm more worried about getting injured. Not hurt, just injured.
Yeah.
You know, I'm more worried about fucking my knee getting twisted the wrong way or my ankle or fucking my shoulder or some shit like that, you know? Just because you're rolling with younger dudes and they're all trying to rip your fucking
they're trying to muscle you.
I'm not sad. It's 2 rounds, it's a different rule set to usual. It's 2 rounds which you can, so the first 2 rounds it's only by submission. So you can only win or lose by submission. But like if I try a submission and I don't get it, but it still counts as like a half point sort of thing. So it's like a catch.
Okay.
And then in the last round, it's just any point that wins.
Okay.
So if I can hold off and not get attempted to submit or try a couple of submissions for 2 rounds and then just take the dude down,
cool.
I should win. So that's my game plan.
Yeah.
How are you doing? But yeah, and then we got a whole heap of other people fucking doing it, which is cool for the gym. It's cool to fucking we sponsor the event as well, so it's cool to have it in there. It's good to be around it. Another fucking thing to fucking throw myself into, but
yeah, have a crack.
Full martial arts. Oh,
Jesus.
Yeah, I'll fucking look at it and cancelled again. But yes, now, we should have a bucket load of questions,
I've still got some leftovers, screenshotted ones as well from inboxies.
Inbox.
Where are we? I'll get there.
Hi, Barry. Would I like any gym tickets? Probably not. Probably not.
Jesus.
Oh, man, I can't be fucked selling them from the gym.
Man. I get that.
Can't be fucked for the extra, however many bucks the gym gets for fucking having them. Like, I get it. It's great. It's good. You know, like, buys us our fucking water.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Buys us water, you know, like, but I would much prefer to just go, oi, guys, get your tickets online. Because then what happens is you get to weigh-in day and you've still got fucking 5 in your hand. And then you're like, oh, now I've got to send them back. And then you got to transfer money. And then there's like money in, money out. Nah, you just can't be fucked with it.
Yeah.
Better off, that's just my opinion.
Yeah. No, I get that. All right.
And plus it's an amateur event. So shouldn't there be fucking non-stop tickets for sale anyway?
You'd think so.
You know, like you'd think that with a,
no cap.
Yeah. You go for it. Far away.
I found the time I progressed the most was when I took a risk, take my first unpadded fight, first amateur fight, coaching others, Every time I took on something new and scary, I found that I progressed the most mentally and physically, because all of a sudden it wasn't your imagination anymore, it's real, and now you got a job to do, and I find this mentality has helped me incredibly through my journey. Being able to look failure and adversity in the face and do it anyway. So that's the topic. Like looking at failure in like having the fear of doing it, like of failure. Kind of like what we spoke. I was talking about with like Jason, for instance.
Yeah.
It's having the fear of failure, but knowing where you're at before the failure. Like, so it's like if you've committed 100% to it,
yeah,
and you didn't win, then did you really fail? Or, you know, you were underprepared. You took something on short notice. Like you haven't, like, for instance, a short notice. Your first pro fight, like in Thailand, right? You're in Thailand. They're like, oh, can you please fight in 2 days? And you say yes. It ain't about you doing, like some people prefer that because it's the whole, I was underprepared.
Yeah,
that was me. That was me. It was like I was underprepared, so if I lose, and it's probably because I wasn't really that fit.
Yeah.
But when it's the first of any of those things, then it's commendable. You say, yeah, good. You took a risk, and
that's right.
Now you don't have the joy to do that again.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
The adversity, and the fear of failure now comes from being prepared and not being good enough.
Yeah.
You only get a first one time.
Yeah. I see what you mean.
And the one time is where you get that out of your comfort zone thing.
Yeah.
Then it's like, okay, now I've got to put in. You don't get that opportunity again.
Yeah.
Like next time you jump in on short notice, man, you better be prepared.
Yeah.
You better be constantly prepared.
That's right.
You know, you got to be able to jump in on short notice without excuses. Not just like, oh, I took it on short notice, that's why I lost.
Yeah, that's right.
Maybe you lost because you weren't good enough.
Yeah, that's right.
Or maybe you lost because you don't take it seriously enough and you only train when you have to train.
Yeah.
But you still say yes to
train
fights.
when you got to fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think risk is important to growth.
Yeah.
But like, there's also a strategic way around it. If you know what I mean, like there's blind risk and then there's risk with the reward.
Yeah.
You got to make sure there's some reward to your risk. I think.
Yep. Yep. No, you're right.
Yeah.
Yep. Next one is, I'm not very good at this shit, but pre and post training meals, Muay Thai meals.
HJs. No, I mean, like, we're like
a banana before, an apple before.
I mean, this is what we say. The dietitians will give you or nutritionists will give you the exact thing, which is if you're at a professional level.
This person's like they've done 2 sessions now.
Oh, okay, yeah. Man, fucking water and water. You know, what do you have before training? Fucking water. What do you have after training? Fucking water.
Yeah.
Stay hydrated. Hydrated's going to fucking at least help your brain function.
Yeah.
You know, like if you're worried about your functioning before and after training.
If you're worried about
sort of
energy
stuff.
levels, I'd probably say a piece of fruit before you
That's
start.
right, yeah. There's always electrolytes and shit like that you can chuck in your water as well to make you fucking get all your minerals and stuff like that you need.
Yep.
But when it comes to eating, I think it's, man, I'm real simple with that shit, eh?
You're simple anyway.
Can it be cooked in a pan with some fire? Eat that.
Yeah.
You know, like
man.
Chicken, fish, steak, good piece of meat, something like that. You know, I'm fine, but then again, this is coming from a bloke who's not a dietitian nor a nutritionist. I'm a bro science fella.
Yeah.
Bro science, man. Bro science. What do you got?
I grew up with bro science.
Yeah.
That's all we had.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
So yeah, just like I say, if you want a little bit of energy, a bit of fruit.
Yep.
Bit of fruit.
Red Bull and a ciggy, mate.
And meth.
Yeah, Red Bull and some meth. Meth first. Wash it down with the Red Bull.
Oh yes, yes. Where are we?
Red, blue, orange, green. I don't give a shit. Give me more of that. Breaking Bad.
Oops.
Ooh, Jamaica.
Ooh, I wanna take you to Bermuda, Bahamas. Come on, pretty mama. Yeah, right. I thought I had way more screenshotted, but I don't. So let's jump onto here. All right. Let's get back to last week's thing because we still have some left. So taking my time, guys.
Just picture elevator music.
Entitled fighters.
Oh, there's a couple.
Yep.
Say wives or no? No, I was just joking.
Entitled fighters.
Sorry, I got a week until that hits. I got a week of fucking making sure that everything's right.
You got 4 days before she listens to this.
Before she listens to this. Sorry, anyway.
Now it's like all of a sudden all the laundry's done when you get home.
Monday morning, everything's done. The house is clean. Oh yeah, I'm just going to sit there and watch Ringlovers. No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's a shitty episode, honey. We don't really talk about it.
We didn't actually do one this week. It's just a repeat.
All we do is just bag southpaws and boxes, mate. It's not really worth your time. But yeah, sorry. Anyway, continue.
Entitled fighters. Really common these days. So many, like, they come to a gym and, you know, it's that whole they've watched too much YouTube.
Yeah.
They think they're at a better level than what they're at.
Yeah.
You tell them to do something, oh, nah, like, sorry. Like, we spoke about it a few weeks ago, like, no, my strength and conditioning coach says I shouldn't be doing that. Man, are you a boxer? Are you a Muay Thai fighter? Or are you a...
strength and conditioning fella.
Yeah, so...
You're doing CrossFit.
I think the biggest thing with that is when you're a gym owner, it's easier. When you're a trainer, it's a little bit harder. But the whole just cutting them loose.
Yeah.
Either booting them out, saying, sorry, this ain't going to work out, or giving them nothing.
Yeah.
So that's my way. My other way is just give them less.
Yeah, mine's
you
the same.
think I should be giving you more?
Yeah.
I give you nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, because you already know.
Yeah.
Like, that's the way I feel with people like that.
Yeah.
Like, if I give you advice and you snap, like, I don't mind if you don't get the advice. Like, if you don't understand, if I tell you to do something and you don't get it or you're not doing it, and then if I tell you again and you're still not doing it, like, I'll probably say, oi, you fight, like, do you understand what I mean? Or you're like, do you not get it? I was like, oh, I don't get it. Okay, that's cool. Well, this is what it is then.
Yeah.
And then if you keep doing it, then I'm fucking done with you.
Yeah.
You know, like, but man, if you're not doing it because you're fucking a dumbass, man, that was me my whole fucking career.
Yeah.
You know, like but I wasn't entitled about it. I was just a dumbass.
Yeah.
But I think entitlement falls on so many different levels too, because you got that, like, you got the entitlement of your trainer, like, oh man, I expect them to be looking at me the whole time. Why aren't they looking at me? Why have you got that fight? Blah blah blah. And then you got the other entitled fighter who is just completely on their own clock. Yeah, don't you reckon? Like, there's
Rocks
two ends of the scale.
Doesn't give a fuck.
Doesn't give a fuck. But like the last person to wrap their hands. But you know, like
the first person to offer advice, or the last person to actually do anything.
Yeah. Well, man, maybe only had 1 or 2 fights, but the 1 or 2 justifies being able to tell
their mum tells them how good they are.
Yeah. So there's those types as well, and I think the way that you get around either of them is hopefully your training group fucking pulls them out too. You know, like, I've always explained, like, I think most gyms are like fucking, it's like a pack of dogs, man. So we're all fucking a pack of dogs, all fine to fucking, whether we're trying to eat to get a fight and that's our fucking food, or eat and get the attention of someone, or something like that. So we're all trying to do the same thing. So I think if the rest of the fucking crew or the pack doesn't doesn't gel with that person, that person will slowly get pushed out anyway, or pushed into the right direction. You know, like,
they'll either join in line, or they'll just step out of the line.
Because I think because we're so entrenched in what we do, I have this conversation to everybody all the time. Like, just like for example, you get a new person in the gym, and it's like, we had the sparring day on the weekend, right? So you get dudes at your gym who and at my gym, for example, who, like, they'll be talking and then they're telling someone else, I've got to fight this weekend. And I've got to cut weight this weekend. It's like, hang on a second, mate. You got a sparring day and you got to be under this big, and you nominated at this weight. No one puts you on the scales. No one does that sort of thing. But we know that. It's because we've been through it all. But we were that excited person once too.
Yeah.
So I think, like, when trying to pick out the entitled person, you've got to make sure that they're also not just super excited.
Yeah.
You know, like,
that's another thing.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Like, they're not just fucking.
Sometimes they just need the reins put on a little bit, and they don't realise because they're excited.
That's right.
That was probably me.
Yeah.
Like, I was
very much the same.
I was trouble for Sam in the early days. But mainly because I was just so gung ho and I just wanted to be part of it all.
Yeah.
So
I remember always asking for pads, like, around, like, when I've got my fight, I'd be like, oh, Steve, can we have some pads tonight? It'd be like, and now it's funny because being here, I'm like, I can't, man, doing pads all the time. Like, we don't need to do pads all the time. You know, but I used to be like, oh man, like I'm a fighter. That's what I need. That's what almost what I'm entitled to get ready for this fight. But it's like, no, like I didn't need that. But because I was just excited, I thought that's what I needed to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, so
and it's the bit we like the most.
That's right. Yeah. So I think finding the right fucking man, all you're doing is just finding the right track to be on when you're doing this thing to give out enough positive and take enough negative, and it's a hard fucking plate to spin, you know, like doing this thing as a fighter, you know, like
100%.
allowing the time with your trainer, especially if you've got a big gym, you know, like yours and mine are probably around the same size when it comes to our fight team, you know, like where it's like we don't have heaps so we can split our time.
Exactly,
but I couldn't imagine a gym with fucking like, I mean, even, oh fuck.
Like Riddler's like 30 people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And then you've only got everyone wants fucking Darren's advice. You know, it's like fucking hell. Like, and like he could probably have a conversation with 5 dudes and give them all the same advice.
Yeah.
But one of those 5 dudes might walk away and go, fuck man, I didn't get my time with Darren.
Yeah, I had a chat with someone the other day. They were leaving their gym because the head trainer said that he wasn't going to be the one holding pads for them anymore. And they've got a tie in the gym, so he's put this person onto the tie.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I'm a bit butthurt because he doesn't want to hold pads. And maybe he knows it just doesn't work between you two in that way.
Yeah.
Cornering, different story.
Yeah.
Like, but you maybe you weren't putting in enough.
Yeah.
Maybe you need the reins put on so the tie will chill you out a little bit more. Maybe the trainer sees something in the relationship that you don't see, and maybe I need to step back and just be the cornerman so they don't get sick of hearing my voice or whatever.
Right, yeah.
But just because you're a fighter doesn't mean the head trainer has to hold your pads.
No, that's right. That's right.
Like I hold for Jason. That's it.
Yeah.
And I'll probably say, man, it's more for my enjoyment than it is for him to be out for him being worth it.
Yeah.
Like, it's, you know, we have a more of a father-son relationship than anything anyway.
Yeah.
So I enjoy holding pads for him.
Yeah.
But if anyone else thinks that they deserve pads with me, then
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I hold for Rig as well, another one, you know, like, man, they've been with me a long time.
Yeah, that's right. I was going to say, and a lot of times, new people coming into a gym won't know history. You know, like, so, like, they'll look in and be like, oh, why is Rig getting that? No, I don't get that too. It's like, well, there's fucking history there, bro. You know, like, every gym comes, like, it's got a lineage of shit, you know? It's like, same reason why I can give Ricky more time to somebody else. One, she's a pro, so she probably needs a little bit more fucking... Things are getting a little bit harder now for her.
She's worth your time.
But yeah, that's right. Yeah. She's also worth my time because she's a coach here as well. So anything that I pass on to her, she passes on to the next person down.
Exactly.
Which then in turn makes my job easier because now I don't need to tell that person. They've already been told by someone else.
Perfect.
So, yeah, I think... But if you're entitled, if you want to come into this game and be the entitled type, I think, man, it sounds dumb, but fucking boxing's where that shit's at.
Yeah.
You know, where you're at
this
the
guy's
one-on-one.
boxing coach.
Yeah.
And
it's like,
for me,
it is very much that.
I sort of say, if people are we have to enable them in the early days for them to think that we're willing to be that.
Exactly.
If we bend over backwards for them in the beginning, there's a fair chance that that's all they're ever going to expect.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So let them earn your time. Take the time to earn your time.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah.
This is a fucking great topic, man, and
I'm excited.
Do you prefer a fighter who is coachable or a fighter who is more naturally talented?
Well,
it's not as black and white as
it's like a coachable fighter is obviously the better thing.
Give me coachable any day.
Give me.
I've had naturally talented.
Yeah,
I've had that now.
Yeah.
A fair bit.
Yeah.
Coachable. means they'll shut the fuck up, they'll listen, they'll do what they're told.
Man, it's trust. You know, like I would trust a coachable person over a talented person any day because 9 times out of 10 they're getting, like if they're coachable, then they probably already don't think that they're talented. You know what I mean? Like,
which is great, because no matter how talented they get,
that's exactly
they're always
right.
going to be trying to get better.
You get a talented dude who already thinks that he's talented.
Yep.
Then you get fucking, it goes back to our last question, which is you're probably going to end up an entitled fighter.
Yeah, and that's another reason why.
Oh, well, I'm the better dude.
I don't compliment people. I don't give people that. Oh man, you're good. You're good, eh? You're good, eh? You're good, eh?
Yeah, I'll talk to other people about you more than I'm going to tell you.
100%.
And I'm probably going to tell you that you're not that good in front of other people sometimes, but not in a mean way.
Because honestly,
but like I'm going to pull you up on things a little bit more.
Because honestly, you're not, no one's that good.
No.
Honestly, everyone can be better.
And the game's always evolving. You know, we're always fucking doing new things. 3 rounds, 5 rounds, fucking little gloves,
look at
big
Max.
gloves. Exactly, yeah. Like the Thai way, the Western way. You know, everything's got to be adaptable and changeable. So a coachable fighter is a better fighter in that sense, because who's going to know that, okay, so they're talented at 5-round fights only. You know?
Yeah.
For Western 5-round fights only. Now, well, you're not that talented if you look at the coachable dude now.
Yeah.
You know, because a coachable dude, I can take out to Thailand and go 5-round stadium stuff because he's coachable and I can get him to adapt.
Yep.
You just think you're good. You're just going to go out there, and when that doesn't work, I don't know how coachable you are to get you out of what didn't work anymore. You know?
How good you are to come out of the fucking...
And especially if they've got one thing that they're really good at. So,
Jason
or like a talented right-hand dude.
Yep.
He's going to lose more fights than he's going to win because he's just going to go for that fucking
Relying
right
on
hand.
it too much, yeah. Yeah, man.
So I'll take a coachable fighter over a talented fighter.
Yep, for sure. You know, it doesn't even have to be, you know, like you give someone some advice. It doesn't mean they have to get it straight away, but you have to see they're actively trying to do it.
Yeah.
That's, for me, is coachable. It's like, like Moe, I say something to him, and you see he's like trying to translate it into into English from
Moe.
English.
Into Moe English.
But he might come up to you 3 days later and ask you to explain it a different way.
Yeah.
And okay, he's coachable. He wants to get better. He actually wants, like, and the good thing about people like that generally, it's never good enough. Which they need to still be able to be happy with. So this is the thing with Jason. I never see him super happy about a win.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
Like you've still got to be happy with somewhat of a performance.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, even as a trainer, I guess, watching your fighters, you've got to be ecstatic about some wins, you know, or some performances. It doesn't even have to be a win, but performances.
Do you think, okay, same style of question, would you prefer in a fight between a talented fighter and a coachable fighter, who would you prefer to coach? Because you've got to assume that the talented fighter is going to be technically better than the coachable fighter.
But the coachable guy, if you told him just to put his chin on his chest and start fighting like he's in Queensland, then he could possibly win, because that's where you start testing the naturally talented guy's heart, because he probably hasn't put that much effort in.
That's right.
Because he thinks he's good.
Yeah, I'll take that as well, because I also like I like being the underdog.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm being able to, and also like, if he's talented, you can fight and you are a good coach. It tests you as a coach to see if you can fucking get around it. You know, like another way around it, or get close to it. You know?
Yep, for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Fight doctors and how important a good one is. Oh, super important. You see fights getting called really quickly for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
I don't mind the doctor on Pride.
Yeah.
Like he came over and Jason's cut was huge, bro.
Yeah.
Like ridiculously big.
Yeah.
And his lack of understanding of Muay Thai was a big part of it, but he was like, oh, I'm going to ask the officials if I can staple it in between rounds.
Oh, okay, right.
I'm like, well, you can't. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't ask. Don't worry. So get your sewing kit out.
Yeah, like a lot of them are too quick to look at a cut. Like you should be able to see from pretty far out.
Yeah.
If the blood's running into the eyes. If it's running into the eyes, okay, straight up.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if it's, you know, real visibly like split in 3 ways.
Yeah. Could that be a ref thing as well, though?
Yeah, 100%.
I want a ref stop and go, oh, come have a look at this fight. I reckon,
Absolutely.
I sometimes reckon that refs do it to give themselves a break. And they could just, well, you know, like give themselves okay, this doesn't look that great. And it's fucking, I don't know what to do almost.
Yeah. Get a second opinion.
Give me 5 seconds to actually just fucking like separate them, get it cleaned up. And then I reckon a lot of the time after they wipe it out, they're like, oh, this shit out there. They're like, oh, fuck, I'm just wasting everyone's time.
Yeah.
You know, like.
There's, I think, like, doctors need to understand Muay Thai. They need to have watched Muay Thai and know what the norm is.
Yeah.
Because the norm is what's tried and proven. So sometimes, you know, it's this person, you know, they're cut like this, bad. Cut like this, good.
Good.
Yeah.
Bad.
Like if they're here and it's running down to the eyes, or anywhere here, running down to the eyes, then, you know, you can, okay, time to have a look.
Gravity, yo. Gravity.
Yeah. But if it's like, someone's cut here, then man, just let it go.
Yeah.
Just let it go, and then wait at the end of the round. Come around, jump over into the corner like he did.
Yeah.
I can't remember if he looked at it during the round as well with Jason. Whether he stopped it to look at it during the round, and then
whoever ref Ricky's fight did.
Yeah.
Can't remember who it was.
And that's another thing. It's like, do you know the fighters and know how much of a fighter they are?
Yeah.
Are they now going to be in danger?
Yeah.
Which was the good thing about Dr. Alex. He knew everyone.
Yeah.
He knew that if I was cut, just let him go.
Yeah.
Like, because
no, it was the same with refs. Is the same.
Yeah,
refs will know.
Because I wasn't going to start going, oh my god, I'm cut.
These ones like shaking it.
I'm not going to start taking a beating because I got cut. I'm probably going to fight harder.
Yeah, because I know I'm getting looked at.
Yeah, you know? So I think it's really important that, and over time, you know, fight doctors do get better. Obviously, it's like anything. You know, cutting their teeth on amateur shows is probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't have to deal with the cuts.
No, we need more cuts on amateur shows.
Let's get Luke back in there. My boy Luke back in there. I've never had anyone have their face cut to pieces in amateur.
Oh, bro, that was wild. Fucking blood everywhere. Fucking God bless his soul. Does that wrap us up?
Nah, bro. I've got one more. We'll go one more.
Fuck yeah, boy.
And we've still got a few left over, and we've got extras that come in this week, which is good.
Bada bing, bada boom.
And weight bullies and people not fighting their recommended weight class. Man, I think being a weight bully is fine if you make the weight.
Yeah.
If you've got to make the weight, and you've got to not look like, you've got to not be in a shit weight or made the weight. Like, cut the weight however you cut the weight. Do what you do, but you can't be a weight bully who purposely, I don't want to say purposely, man, giving up on your weight cut because you can't make it when you knew 6 weeks ago that you probably weren't going to make it.
Yeah.
You're not doing the things leading up to it to actually make the weight.
Yeah.
I think, you know, Jason was a bit of a weight bully for a while. Like he could cut weight really good.
Yeah.
And, you know, put on 11 kilos overnight or something.
Yeah.
Didn't mean that he cut that 11 kilos. Just means that he ate and drank way more than he had been in the prep or whatever. But those kind of things, like he could get in there and then he used it to his advantage in the clinch, you know?
Yeah, that's right.
But to literally just like not make weight and then just fall all over the person to fucking smother them, that's been a weight bully, and it's not okay.
Yeah. You've
got to make weight. I think, you know, there's that sliding scale at the start. It's like, you know, it's what, $100 per 100 grams or whatever. You get the 200 gram allowance and then $100 per 100 grams thereafter. If someone's, I don't know, if someone's missed weight by probably say 1.8, because that's ridiculous. Once you get over 1.5, I guess, somewhere around there, then if you miss by that, sorry, you got to forfeit your purse. It's too much. That's not okay in any books.
No.
Sorry, you fucked up. No. It wasn't a mistake. It wasn't, oh man.
I miscalculated.
Yeah, no, you didn't.
You don't miscalculate 2 fucking kilos.
No, you don't. No, that's that's entitlement.
Yeah.
That's
like, oh no, they'll let me fight anyway.
Yeah, lack of responsibility. Oh, I'll go. Oh, like man, how can you even rock up to a weigh-in?
I don't know. I always wondered that. I'm like, why do you even bother going, man?
Oh,
why
man.
don't you just say, oh no, I still want to fight, but I'm not going to make weight.
When Jason missed by a bucket load in Perth, I said to him before he even got to the weigh-in, I go, you're not getting paid for this fight.
Yeah.
Like, I'm giving you your purse to him.
Yeah.
And I spoke to the opponent before the weigh-in even started. I go, look, man, we've missed by a bucket load, but we're giving you the purse. Because, man, that's the only way it's okay.
Yeah. It's the only way it's fucking you can make up for it.
Yeah.
At that point, you know, like at that point you've done your dash, mate.
Yep.
Cannot do no more.
Yep.
But I've always said that, like, just fight within your weight division, but
Yeah.
you know, like, I get it too. Like, if
You've got to cut
do
something.
Yeah.
Because everyone else
that's
is
what
as
I
well.
mean.
But
Yeah, because everyone else is. Yeah. I'm not saying like don't cut weight, but
No.
what I'm saying is like, man, there's dudes who just fucking try and cut astronomical things away.
Yeah.
It's like you're only going to shorten your career.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, like if you want to be doing this for a long time, then fucking lose the weight that you need to.
Yep.
Eat properly and
Yep.
then do the thing professionally to suit your weight division.
Yeah, man.
You know? Or don't and then just fucking risk it every time. Like, you're risking making weight, you're risking looking like a fucking douchebag.
Yeah.
You're risking your trainer looking like a douchebag.
You're risking a heart attack.
And then on top of it, all else, you're risking your fucking health.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Man, there was that girl in Perth. How many times have you heard about dudes that fucking, man, they passed out in the sauna and he smashed my head on the fucking floor? It's like, and then you're going to go into a fight doing that? It's like you're already concussed going into a fight. And then...
What happened to Brandon Spain?
Yeah. Same deal, yeah. And it's like...
Went into the fight with stitches in his head.
Yeah.
Queensland.
Yeah. But yeah, and then like, as we've always said with the weight cut thing, if you want to cut all that weight, then the last place you're going to be rehydrated is around your fucking head.
Yeah, man.
It's the first place it leaves, the last place it goes back. It's scientifically proven until someone tells me I'm wrong, and then I'll apologise to you or a lot.
Or I won't.
Or I won't. I'll fucking...
But yeah, you know, like you've got to cut weight. Like that, it is what, as a pro...
It's part of the sport.
Yeah, it's part of the sport. But you've got to be smart. You've got to be doing as much body weight that you can lose.
Yeah.
Then you've got to be doing your tapering. It's not just like come to the last day and jump in the sauna and just sweat out stupid amounts.
Like I'm doing for AGL. But I'm not getting hit in the head.
But you're also literally on the exact weight that you have to be.
That's it.
Yeah, it might
not
not have breakfast.
Yeah, if I can do a big piss.
Yeah, in my mouth.
Whoa. Sounds like a Diddy case. Have you been keeping up with that?
Nah.
Oh, bro.
I made some memes about it though.
Bro, go look at the Diddy case. Just fucking have a look at what that dude has done with that chick.
I want to know.
And all sorts of
I want to know why he's the scapegoat, because they're all doing it. They're all pedos.
Yeah. So if you want to have, I fucking see that one. Did you post it?
I sent it to you.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did send it to me. Tell you what, a good one to go look at is I watched a podcast with Patrick Bet-David, and he has a little bit of a breakdown of financials, of some financial shit that was like. It was part of a deal, and then he got paid this shit like they look at his net worth.
So he's dogged someone for money, and that's why he's the scapegoat.
He ended up suing someone that they reckon, and then like they've had that video of him like beating that Candace chick for 8 years before they released it. No, it's not. It's the best. Especially when it's uncles.
Oh wow.
But yeah, like there was a big thing. I reckon it's financial. Like he's dogged the wrong dude. And then they've gone in. Oh, he's got video footage of everyone at his house, sort of thing. You know, better go take those. Not to try and get him convicted, but to save all the people that are you know, like, because the more and more they reckon that, like, the list of people who have been to Diddy parties and freak offs, it's like it's everyone that you love.
Oh man,
everyone that you love.
Sorry, no. What is it?
J-Lo.
Yeah, of course. Not surprising.
Yeah.
I can't even think who it was now. Who I saw in one of them. I was like, no shit.
Oh, bro, there's like heaps, like priests and parliament and it's you know. But you know, man, the craziest thing about the whole thing is like no one's going under. No one's going under.
It's true.
So we've been talking about this Epstein list for fucking years. No one knows who's on it. Or, you know, like, or the list is so big that everyone's on it.
Everyone's
you know what I mean? Like, everyone's fucking on it, you know? But hey, I just want to go there one time.
Well, here's a good one for Diddy.
Dad!
I made that too.
Bing, bing. Hello. But yeah. All right, well, we'll wrap this one. We'll be back soon for more rambles and jambles about the Muay Thai. No, we're back in week, so keep sending your questions through. We got a backlog there, which is awesome. Yeah, next show, I've got Kim's. If you listen to this, then you probably just come off Kim's sparring day. Do you have anyone in that?
I got one.
Yep, we're not going on that one. I don't think. Busy night.
Yeah, I won't be there.
Yep. Sending him down.
Yeah, young lad who did ours last weekend.
Yeah, cool. Cool. And then our next show is SA Muay Thai League, so we'll have a chat about that in a couple of weeks' time.
Yep.
No big shows, no 17s or Rebellions coming up?
1774 start of August, end of August is Rebellion.
Yep.
Obviously, man, I'm actually, it's been announced now, I'm off to Cambodia next weekend. Jason's the only Cambodia, totally forgot about that.
Who's your fighting over there?
No idea.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
It's always good.
So it will be, it'll be one of their superstars.
Yeah.
It'll be one of their superstars. So we fly out Thursday, get there Friday morning, go to the hotel. Next day we drive 3 hours to where the fights are. Fight on Sunday, drive straight back for 3 hours that night, and then we fly home the next day. So fly home Monday. So yeah, so he's on a team of 4 Australians, him, Ibby, Jack Matthews, and Kale Wild. So yeah, it's a Rebellion
alumni.
Yeah, it's a Rebellion plus Rebel Kun Khmer promotion. So they're working together on it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it's cool.
Fucking soiree.
Yeah, that's right. Soiree.
All right, cool. Well, good luck and have fun with that.
Thanks.
And we will be back with you next week with more shit talk and that. Thanks, kids. Bye, Felicia.
Bye.